Hello, and welcome to the Computer Vault podcast, where we discuss the history of computers, computing, and IT, and where we uncover the amazing stories that shaped our modern digital world. I'm Aidan, and today we're diving into a groundbreaking moment in technology history, the introduction of the IBM 350, the first hard drive ever built. Imagine trying to save your entire photo album or even a short video on a device that could barely hold a few paragraphs of text. Before the IBM 350 came along, data storage was as limiting as trying to pack an entire library into a single shoebox. In the mid 1950s, information had to be stored on massive reels of magnetic tape, and accessing just a tiny piece of data could take ages. Today, we'll explore how IBM's innovative engineers tackled these daunting challenges, paving the way for the digital revolution we experience now. The IBM 350 was introduced as part of the IBM 305 RAMAC system and was nothing short of revolutionary. Weighing over a ton and comprising 50 huge disks that measured about 24 inches in diameter, this machine had a total storage capacity of 5 megabytes. Now, while 5 megabytes might make you chuckle in today's era of gigabytes and terabytes, back then it was equivalent to having a library of valuable data that was accessible in a way no one had ever imagined. Here are some of the technical highlights explained in simple terms. Weight and size. Imagine a device that weighs as much as a small car. That's the IBM 350, a true beast of engineering. Storage capacity. With only 5 megabytes of storage, it might seem tiny today, but it revolutionized the concept of data access by shifting from sequential tape reading to random access via disks. Disks and mechanics. The 350 used 50 large magnetic disks, each spinning to allow rapid access to data, a significant leap from the linear access of magnetic tapes. Working on the IBM 350 presented a slew of engineering challenges, especially when you consider that the team had to invent methods for fast, random data access. As IBM engineer James Miller recalled, working on the IBM 350 forced us to challenge the status quo. We had to think of data as something that needed to be accessed quickly and reliably, which was completely new for that era. Another engineer, Robert Thompson, added, designing a gadget heavy as a car was our greatest engineering puzzle. Each mechanical part had to be both robust and precise. It wasn't like building a computer where you could just plug things in and hope for the best. And perhaps the most inspiring insight came from Susan Clark, who noted, our work on the IBM 350 laid the groundwork for all modern data storage technology. It was a mix of bold ideas and relentless testing, and every hurdle we overcame brought us closer to the future of computing. The advent of the IBM 350 didn't just solve a technical problem, it transformed the entire landscape of computing. Before its introduction, 3 major technological limitations plagued data storage. 1. Limited storage capacity. Data was stored on tapes that offered slow, sequential access, limiting the speed and volume of information that could be processed. 2. No random access. The idea that you could quickly jump to any piece of information was unheard of, causing delays and inefficiencies in data retrieval. 3. Bulky, inefficient mechanisms. The hardware was enormous and sluggish, often impractical for involving business needs. The IBM 350 tackled these limitations head-on. By introducing a system of multiple spinning disks, it enabled random access to data, drastically reducing retrieval times. It also offered a more compact solution compared to the massive tape reels, setting the stage for innovation in computer memory systems. Here are some technical trivial points you might find fascinating. Trivia 1. The IBM 350's 50 disk were each about the size of a large dinner plate, an impressive feat considering the mechanical precision required to spin them in unison. Trivia 2. Despite its weight, over a ton, the design concept of the IBM 350 informed the later development of much smaller, more efficient hard drives. And Trivia 3. Storing 5 megabytes in the 1950s was revolutionary. Today, that would barely be enough to store a single high resolution image, highlighting how far we've come. As we wrap up this episode, it's clear that the IBM 350 wasn't just another piece of hardware, it was a harbinger of the modern information age. The engineering challenges from managing immense mechanical systems to ensuring reliable data access have directly shaped the development of the computer industry. Industries such as banking, healthcare, manufacturing, and aerospace were transformed by the advent of hard drive technology. With faster data retrieval and more efficient storage, businesses could process information quicker than ever before, leading to enhanced decision making and an overall boost in productivity. The IBM 350 taught us that solving big problems often requires big, bold ideas and a willingness to challenge established methods. Its legacy is not just in its technical feats, but in the doors it opened for decades of innovation in data storage and computer engineering. Thanks for tuning in to the Computer Vault podcast. I hope you enjoyed this deep dive into one of technology's pivotal moments. If you enjoyed the show, please rate and review on whichever platform you're listening on. You can also check out my website at www.computervault.co.uk, where you'll find previous blog posts from the podcast episodes and details of my collection, which includes books, manuals, CD-ROMs, floppy disks, magazines, cassette tapes, and some old retro computers too. Until next time, leaving you with a quote from Seymour Cray: "The trouble with programmers is that you can never tell what a programmer is doing until it's too late."